Hello everyone, welcome to tonight's episode of Talk Therapy Through Gaming. Tonight's episode is going to be a lot better than last night's episode. Last night I tried to wing it, and I'm just not somebody that can wing it. I really, glazed over topics or really didn't go very deeply into the conversation or as deeply as I would have wanted to. So tonight I've done a little bit more research. I've laid my ideas out on paper. See, everyone, look. Here, I have notes. I write notes. Sorry, I can't even figure out which way the camera's going. There they are. I write notes about and flesh out concepts and ideas that I want to leave behind. I walked away from last night's episode feeling tired and feeling like the episode wasn't very meaningful to me. So we're going to try to change that with this one. Tonight's topic of discussion before we jump into gaming is how can micro decisions can lead you to a place that you may or may not have wanted to go, both good and bad. And this is a super impactful topic for me. I think it impacts everyone, and it's something that I've really been thinking a lot about lately. I should mention that the game of tonight will be the infamous League of Legends. We'll see how many matches I might be able to get through too before I get tired and I have to go to bed. But we're going to start with definitely doing one. So let's get into the topic here. Micro decisions. I was having a conversation the other day with some friends of mine about micro decisions, and it really made me reflect on my own life and think about my time as a chef. And I really wanted to put these ideas out there so that almost every single person has micro-decisioned themselves into a place that they didn't want to be. Tonight's beverage of choice is... So, if you can hear that, I'm pouring. So, let's talk about my time as a chef, and let's talk about it was a huge chunk of my life, and there was a lot of success, and I learned a lot of things from it. But a lot of the micro decisions that I made along the way were incorrect and landed me into a very unhappy place, and maybe I can help provide you with some value by helping you to avoid those decisions in your own life. My grandfather was a chef. He worked for the Holiday Inns, he worked for casinos, he traveled all around, he worked everywhere, and he used to tell me all these really exciting, fun stories and how chaotic it was and all these different personalities that he met throughout his life. And so I became very interested in the stories and not the subject matter. So my first job was at Star Bistro on Whidbey Island. I was a dishwasher. I worked my way up. I learned how to cook, and I went to culinary school. Culinary school I really got nothing out of because I spent most of my 18 to 20 year age learning just how to live life and take care of myself. I found some basic level of success, and I think that this is true for anyone, that if you are reasonably competent, meaning you show up every day, you have a good attitude, you work hard, you have a desire to take on more responsibility, that alone is going to catapult you in any industry into the, whatever, I'm making this number up, the top 20% alone, just by doing that. And that's what happened with me. I was there, I was willing to take on more responsibility, I quickly moved up at a lot of different places that I went to, and I found a lot of early success. The problem that I ran into was when you start getting into the upper echelon, when you start actually making some ground and moving up the hierarchy, as it were, and developing some skills, once you start competing against people that are really passionate about the subject matter, if you're not into it, you're going to get crushed. I mean, just every time, hands down, you're going to get crushed. So I had a huge fear of change, and I always will. And that made me stick around and stick through things that if I didn't have that fear, that I would have left. So I developed a lot of skills of being able to endure and being able to, these things were cultivated not by my own thinking in my head, I'm going to cultivate some skills, but actually my fear of change helped me to cultivate some positive skills. You know, one of my favorite books of all time is The Art of Learning. I tell this story to my friends a lot. I don't remember the guy's name, I'm sorry. I wish I remembered it off the top of my head, but The Art of Learning is a book about this guy who's a chess champion. The movie Searching for the Next Bobby Fischer was based on this guy's life, and then he left being a chess player and he moved into Tai Chi, and he became a Tai Chi, I believe, champion. And what he really realized was that he had the ability to learn new things really quickly. That was actually his skill. And one of the things he details in his books, which is actually the focus point of this conversation, is he said that there are two types of people: process-driven people and results-driven people. Most of us are results-driven people. One of the mistakes that I've made in my life is I've always looked for the incentives. How much am I going to make? What's the vacation pay like? I never looked at the source material to say, am I happy doing what I'm doing? And that's super important. You know, that's a super important thing to think about. You know, the process-driven people were the people that were rewarded as children for the work that they put in. Oh, you worked really hard, here's a reward, and then they began to learn to enjoy the work, whereas a lot of us were trained, you need to get A's and B's, and you're developing this intuitive sense of going after certain results versus trying to improve your processes over time. All the greats have the same systems. Everyone who's ever been successful at anything has been a process-driven person. Competition favors those people that are process-driven, not those people that are results-driven. So that's something that I've learned in my life that maybe can help you. I'm trying to think what else I need to cover here. It's just an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing how ideas originate and how you start off doing something because, well, I'm kind of interested in this, and then you make decisions and then you're in a different place. And that's actually the positive shift to this. It's not all negative. The positive side of things is that one or two small micro decisions to your routine or to what you're doing can actually move you in a positive direction. I've seen multiple examples of friends of mine that have just started going, you know what, I'm kind of interested in this, and they've started going out into the world, meeting people, networking slowly, very slowly, years and years, and then they're in a completely different place than they would have been if they had done nothing and they had just they've only scratched the surface and not really dove into it. So there is hope, there's positive and negative, but really the focus of your life should be on your micro decisions and the things that you're doing every single day, because that is what makes up your life. It's not the 10 decisions that are going to kind of alter you throughout your life once a decade, but really the things that you do every single day. And this has been a focus of mine over the last 3 years since I moved into a position where I had a little bit more time to develop myself. I realized something reflective of you know, when I was growing up, I hated going on family trips in the sense that I didn't really like going to museums. I didn't really like going and seeing these things. I was bored all the time. As an adult, or as close as I'm ever going to get to being an adult, what I realized was that these trips and going and seeing these sites and taking vacations and doing these different things is designed to inspire you. You go to a museum, you learn about history, you go see something cool. You're looking for things in the world, especially when you're young, to trigger something into you that gets you excited or curious or both. And this, I now have a deeper appreciation when I take my son to the museum, I can sit him down and I can say, hey, this is why we do this. You know, this is the reason why. It's like you're looking for something that actually makes you feel something, and then you build on that, and then you go explore that, and you'll go in a completely different direction in your life. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. The support, like I've said, has been instrumental in me just doing this little, you know, I don't know what this is, art project for myself, to push myself to try something really new. The novelty is wearing off, and it's nice to see that people are actually sticking around and engaging in the content. It was nice because my dad actually watched one of these videos and texted me the other day out of the blue. So people are coming out to show support, and that means the world to me because I've put a lot of time and energy into my relationships. So thank you very much. I don't want to harp anymore. Please take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, be kind to other people. Let's play. Let's play some League of Legends. Let's see what we can do. Cheers, everyone. Cheers. That's really good. Tastes like fruit. Hey, here we go. We only do ranked, okay? Support. So, I have found so far that the competitive games tend to be, let me see, let me close this. The competitive games tend to be, better, that was the worst use of words, better suited for these hour-long videos. I also thought a lot about that as well. So let me switch back to myself. I choose to do long format because I feel... Oh man, it's jumping. Sorry. You know, here I'm trying to get clever. I better win. I better win. I better win. Let's see who I'm going to be here. Actually, a friend of mine told me to play Soraka, so that's who I'm going to play. Alright, I always ban Yas. Just like... Oops, somebody already banned Yas. Let's...
Your alternative.
Cool. Alright, guys. Alright. What are we going to do here? Let's see. I'm not good enough at this game to know, like, counters and I don't even really, honestly,
Let me guide
go
you.
well with who. And definitely a solid Bronze League player, so it's Bronze League for life, dude. A buddy of mine knew that all along back when in my StarCraft 2 days. If you look me up, there's pictures of me with a Bronze League shirt on because it's all about the easy league. Alright, but I'm feeling a win here. Feeling a win. Come on, kids. But I have been spending a lot of time lately trying to surround myself with people that are more positive and people that are looking to the future as something that, you know, it's really, that energy is super helpful to me. Like when I made this first video and I thought it was just gonna be so stupid, people, you know, reached out to me and they said, oh man, like this is great. And then I was like, oh well, I have to keep making more. But it really easily could have been like, people actually, if people had said this is really dumb, actually would have motivated me. I think one of the biggest demotivators for most people that I've ever met in my life is just someone that's like ambiguous, that's like neutral, that doesn't care. That fucking kills. That's the worst. Because then you're like, it doesn't matter what I do. And other people's opinions aren't super important, but they're a little bit important to give you some perspective on like whether you're hitting a note with people. You know, I watched a lot of streams and I watched a lot of YouTube videos of gaming, and when I was conceptualizing this channel to leave behind for my son, I didn't see too much that was like for the gamer in their mid-30s. You know, I really saw a lot of young people channels, and I want to be able eventually to have like serious, like, and I'm doing that now, but I want to be able to play with people and have serious conversations and show people that you can game and actually have talks as adults and say, man, this is really bothering me. Or, you know, a friend of mine has been doing some counseling lately, and it's like, it makes me feel happy that people are kind of, I feel like this isn't right. Oh no, I can't remember. I want tools. I can't remember what it was. Passive tree. I think it is. I think this is right, actually. Because sometimes they have multiple different builds. Alright, I'm remembering this. Oops, sorry, I knocked my computer. We're gonna rock it, guys. I'm actually a decent support.
Never waste a breath.
Support's always hard to play in multiplayer games where you're not really talking to people, because a lot of your abilities that you have, they rely on communication with the other team, and then it makes you seem useless, and then they're like, who's this guy here? And he doesn't even know when to drop his wards, he doesn't know what oh god, there's nothing worse. Just shoot me. Here we go. Let's drop a ward here.
Gracefully.
Alright, I don't know what my ADC's doing, but it's already not looking good. Looks like Ash. Ooh, son.
What must be done?
You're in so much trouble right now. Just denying. Keep that health up. I should save my ward for
The whole world in balance.
Alright, we're doing good.
Violence cannot go unanswered.
Man, it's so good, actually. Look at this. This dude is getting messy. Oops. Sorry. Alright, let's chill out and save some magic here.
Your call.
It's gonna be a sick play. What does this do again? Creates a zone. And for some reason, I like can't remember who this dude is.
They will go no further.
But I can't heal myself. I mean, I don't know. I guess I ate a biscuit.
For peace of mind.
I think whoever this guy is, whoever his suppose, is clearly like a... It's like, must be a counter of
To
mine.
heal and protect.
God, I'm dead. Remember, the rule is do not die. That's the rule. Oh, I missed. Yeah, dude, I have to go back here soon and heal up. That's an hell. Rocking it.
This is
Oh,
my
that's what it
call.
does. It silences. This is good. This is a really good start.
Every step, a new journey.
Dude, it still seems like he has a lot of magic mothers mastery. Yeah, well, I haven't looked at my mini map at all. Not once.
Never waste a breath.
Well, I'm glad I stuck around for as long as I stuck around. You see, the only thing that matters in God's League is the fundamentals. That's it. Doesn't matter what runes you use. I don't give a shit what people tell you. Like, seriously, nothing matters except for like, because people's fundamentals are so bad, they don't even understand the characters that they're playing. So if you have good fundamentals,
Gracefully.
you know when to back out. That guy's got good communication.
An enemy has been slain.
The whole world in balance.
I think I should go back and heal up. Maybe not. Come on, Jinx, I need you, man. I need you.
I heed their
Yeah, I had to burn a flash. I didn't realize he was in there. Warning myself.
for peace of mind.
Alright, so we held it down.
By the power of the stars.
ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Still hanging in there. I still have not died. Alright, guys. We do enable temporary sip of beer. We're only going with recommended items here because we don't know what we're doing.
Slain.
What do I have left? 378.
Double kill.
Boots. What do I have left? 550 until I can buy this special thing.
Where am I needed?
Six to 3, 2 assists. Yeah, up here you can see the kills. 6. If you've never played this game before, 6 to 3 kills, deaths, assists, how many little minions I've killed, and how much time has gone by. So.
This is my
I
path.
should have gotten this thing earlier. It transforms into a stopwatch. What is going on here? I don't remember what these items are. Here's this nerd who's been bothering me all
Every step, a
day.
new journey.
Enemy has been slain.
They're going for the dragon. Jinx is running in right now.
They will go no further. Good job, guys. No. I died. That was good rotation. I wasn't even paying attention. Alright. I'm gonna have the warrior. Next we're going for boots. But it's not looking good. Never waste a breath.
ABC here, so he's not pulling his weight.
Has destroyed.
I guess it's 2 in 1.
I lend my aid.
And I didn't use my stopwatch.
Kill streak.
Rampage.
Gotta anticipate what this dude's gonna do. Alright.
I heed their call.
Stay behind my wave.
For peace of mind. not taking too much damage.
Killing spree.
To heal and protect.
That's Sona, I didn't even realize that.
An enemy has been slain.
Come on, kids, let me
Turret
heal up.
plating will fall soon.
Alright.
An enemy has been slain.
This is my path.
They're starting to dominate us here.
Every step in your journey.
Okay, just gonna defend here.
Never waste.
Enemy has been slain.
Good job, guy.
I learn my path.
That's actually really helpful.
Shut down.
Yes, this ash that we're playing against is actually pretty good. So let's see here. There's somebody coming.
The whole world in balance.
Oh, yeah, good job. Good job, now we take down the tower. We got the tower now. Now we can go back and buy shit. Pausing this operation, drink a beer. Alright, guys. This is good. There's some real things that are happening here. 50% mana regen.
I heed their call.
See, it's mid-game, it's this area right here. Now that the tower's down, it's like I have no idea what to do. No idea.
For peace of mind.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay, we're looking for these guys.
An enemy has been slain.
To heal and protect.
me over here.
Your team has destroyed a turret. An ally has been slain. Double kill.
I'm just gonna keep pushing the lane then because I don't know what else to do.
Where am I needed?
That was literally the worst thing I could do. I think I should go over and help my teammates.
This is my path.
Never mind, because my teammates have all left. This tower is about to fall here. Oh, look, our whole team has made it. Look at this. Why is this guy leaving? Okay, I forgot I have
The
wards.
whole world in balance.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
We're actually doing really well. I might win. Okay, wards.
I see their path.
You have been slain.
Oh no, that was so bad.
Not get close. Why did you not?
That was a useless death on my part.
Shut down. Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Alright, guys. What do we got? One guy dead. We're doing really well. I think we're gonna win. If we don't mess it up. But it is Bronze League, so never know what's gonna happen in Bronze League.
Where am I needed?
I'm going this way.
This is my path.
There she is.
looks like we've chased them back into the stronghold. We gotta get
gracefully.
An enemy has been slain.
well, it seems like it.
An ally has been slain.
The whole world in balance.
You're just too far away, Jigs. There you go.
I heed their call.
You're just too far away. I can't keep up. You're too fast.
The heat of mine.
An enemy has been slain.
To heal and protect. Where am I needed?
Good. We're doing it. It's happening.
Your
Check out
team
for
has
you.
destroyed a turret.
This is my path.
An inhibitor.
Every step of my journey. By the power of its God.
That's okay. Because that's basically the end for this guy. Alright guys, just one more push. I think we can do it. To buy here. Maybe we buy something
I lend my aid.
Alright, we're gonna go get it out of here.
Gracefully.
Your team has destroyed an enemy has been slain.
Here we go, kids.
Your team
Super
has destroyed an
minions.
inhibitor.
I
This
heed
is
the call.
really in a way here. We won. We actually won. The game is over. There's nothing left. Who am I going to honor? I will honor my teammate, Jace. Ooh, cool graphics. Oh, I'm not in bronze. I'm in iron. That's really funny. Just the worst league. They made this league for me, you know. Alright guys, and on that note, I think it's time to wrap it up. The moral of the story for tonight is be kind to yourself. Try to take small steps every day to make yourself better. Surround yourself with people that are positive. And if you don't know what to do, just try to do something. Seriously. Just try to do one thing that you can do in anything. Just trying to go to a class you've never gone to before, really. When you start changing things in your life, you will see that people around you, for the most part, will like be supportive of you. If they're your friends, the real ones will come out and be like, "Go get it. Go do your thing." Stay healthy. Take care.